And now at the India AI Impact Summit, I have Mr. Datta Salagame joining me all the way from Bangalore. And of course, we are talking about a German company, Bosch, a legacy of 100 years plus just in India, but about 140, 150 years overall. I want to understand from you, we keep hearing about industrial AI, we keep hearing about, this is the next industrial revolution. At the end of the day, the kind of speed of transformation that we are seeing with artificial intelligence seems pretty much unprecedented. But with that also comes the threat of job losses, not just in coding, IT, but with robotics coming in, even factory-level jobs seem to be a threat. How much of that do you really see as a genuine concern, Mr. Datta? And how much of that do you think is something which will get offset by human ingenuity?
Thank you for having me here. I head a company which is focused on engineering and technology, Bosch Global Software Technologies. What you said is right. AI comes with impact on both the edges, right? So one is you unlock value that is unprecedented using AI. As you said, in industrial, lights out factory, very high productivity, very high degree of productivity in the way you build software and way you engineer products. At the same time, you deal with a transition in terms of roles and the kind of work that the workforce will be doing in the future. So it's not one versus the other, but it is both happening at the same time. So we at Bosch are looking at how do we transition our workforce into newer forms of roles, newer forms of responsibilities. At the same time, use AI in a very pragmatic manner to deploy where it matters. Right? We are not looking at AI as something which should take away jobs, but AI is something which unlocks value that was not there in the past.
Okay, 9 out of 10 companies, as per a Reuters poll, say that while they've been using artificial intelligence, they haven't really been able to see an improvement in the bottom line. In fact, in some cases, there is an added expense by way of, the subscriptions to the tools, but no real improvement in bottom line. Do you see that coming? When do you see that coming?
So we have already seen improvement in productivity in the way we build software, in the way we do engineering. Though we are really scratching at the surface, and I think when we deploy this as a very powerful knowledge management tool and a great assistant for augmenting software development activity, you would see productivity to the tune of 15 to 20% in short term. On manufacturing, there are topics such as quality inspection, how to improve quality of products that are made, regression in testing, etc. This is where you already see impact. Now, so if you look at only the the ROI part of AI, it's too early to measure with that metric, because it's not about if, it is about when. So you need to get invested, and there are low-hanging topics which are paying off immediately. There are long-term benefits which you cannot miss. So that's the way we look at the AI in Bosch.
Okay, and we are seeing, Bosch, of course, being a company which largely is associated with the automotive sector. We are seeing a massive transition, let's say, in a company like Tesla in the US, where the focus on autonomous driving has been put pretty much, on the back burner, where even electric mobility is now making way for robotics. Is that a kind of transition that we can expect from a company like Bosch as well, that over time it's associated not as much as an auto parts company, but as a robotics manufacturer?
So I would put it the other way around. We will continue to be provider of auto components, which will ensure the best comfort, the best safety of vehicles for consumers. We'll continue to do that. At the same time, we will use software and AI to make this happen inside a vehicle. So AI-defined vehicle, which makes the vehicle upgrade continuously and provide very high degree of safety on the road, and at the same time provide components will also ensure. So for us at Bosch, AI is also physical AI, which means AI deployed on electromechanical systems. So that's extremely important for us.
Any plans of pivoting completely to a new assembly line to manufacture robots? Because we are seeing an army of Optimus robots likely to come in the next few years in the US, and Unitary, the kind of disruption is causing in China. Is there a real case for India, perhaps potentially with German support, to build a robo ecosystem?
Well, we'll be the big consumers of automation. While we may not ourselves manufacture a robo immediately, while we still think some of the technologies that we do, for example, the vision computing, autonomous behavior of a vehicle, can be transplanted to make to some parts of robo. But I think we will continue to be a very strong consumers of automation.
Let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Datta Salagame. Pleasure having you here with us. Thank you.